Hello, beautiful soul. Last night, before I was going to sleep, I received some messages that Spirit wanted me to share with you, and I'm gonna share it with you right now. And there is a candle burning behind me. Can you see it? I also recorded one of the videos before that, and Spirit led me to show you that candle. Anyway, before I start sharing the message, I want to invite you to get into my journaling course, because journaling has a lot of power, and this magical power to connect you to your confidence, to build your confidence and self-esteem. It has the power to help you process your emotions, your pain, your grief, and to move through uncertainty, move through confusion, move through the moments where you feel like, oh my god, I don't see any other way, I don't see any solutions. As you journal, you will get on the other side, you will see creative solution, you will see your power rising, you will see yourself becoming more courageous and confident. So link of my journaling course is in my bio. I also have my 3 months of mentorship, wherein with my psychic and intuitive wisdom, I'll be able to help you a lot in your confidence, in your emotions, in your spiritual journey, in your creative journey, and coming in your power and all of that. So 3 months of mentorship, and also like my one-on-one psychic guidance are there. If you need psychic guidance or spiritual guidance, link of that is in my bio. And what else do I have? I have a lot of love for you and gratitude for you for being here. And what else do I have? Okay, I have gotten an ebook called Energetic Activation for Brand New Life. It has powerful verses, prayers, and affirmations. When you read them, go through them, you will sense some energy inside of you, like an activation for a brand new life. Because when I received it from a banyan tree, I was going on a walk, and there was this banyan tree, and the rivers were flowing. It was night, and the wind were blowing. It was just something so magical, and suddenly this banyan tree started to speak to me and started to give me these verses that I have written in this book. So you can get that ebook. Link of everything is in my bio, and you can also send me tips and donations for my rent, for my bills, and for my self-care and all of those things. I would love it. Okay, so now let's begin the messages. Which is about setting an emotional boundary with yourself, or a mental boundary. What do I mean by that? It means you have to be able to tell yourself, like, okay, suppose you're going to sleep, and then suddenly something comes in, some kind of regret in that moment, and it can be a very deep regret. In that moment, when you are going to sleep, you have to mentally tell yourself, this is my sleeping time, and so I'm not gonna think about it right now. Tomorrow when I am journaling, or when I am taking a walk or sitting around tree, I can sit with this feeling. But right now, it is my sleeping time. This is called mental boundary with your own self, with your own thoughts. Another example could be when you are eating, and so many thoughts will start to come when you are eating all kind of things. Like, oh, you can do that, you should do that, and you got this work. No, you gotta set that mental boundary that right now I am eating, the food is in front of me, I need to bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and I need to focus on my food. I need to focus on chewing it slowly. I need to enjoy this blessing, this blessing of food that I am blessed with. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna ruin this blessing by overthinking about other stuff. I will deal with it when the time comes. I will deal with it. But right now, food is in front of me and it's my eating time. So I'm gonna eat my food slowly, chew it properly, and fully enjoy it. I got a bit distracted thinking about something. But I don't think so. I think we need to express more love. We need to express more love to our people. You guys call your people and tell them you love them. Really, and practicing more presence, living more mindfully in the present moment. And yeah, and more kindly, compassionately, with right intentions in our hearts. Um, when survival is kicked in, when we are like, oh, do we have the money for food? Do we have the money for this? Or do we are just in survival, or any kind of survival fear, not just related to money or food or home, but any kind of survival fear. When they are really loud, right? It is very hard for us to connect or to acknowledge the blessings. But in those moments, try to do something that calms you. It could be listening to the calming music. It could be sitting around a water body. It could be sitting around tree. It could be going into the fresh air. And there is solution for everything, There is solution for everything. Anyway, coming back to the message that I received last night was about mental boundaries, and the mental boundary also looks like there might be a moment some earlier, like in your past, where you didn't know better, so you did something that you are not proud of, and it could be something very deep. Okay, and you're regretting it, and now even 10 years later, 5 years later, you think about it. But you have to tell yourself in that moment, like, hey, I did this thing and it is very hard for me. I know I have made a mistake, and it is very hard for me to forgive myself, because I don't see that I should be forgiven for this mistake that I made, but I'm still making a choice to forgive myself. I'm making it's hard for me to do that, because when we realize our mistake, genuinely realize it, we deserve forgiveness. Then it's one thing that someone's not realizing it, super unconscious about the things that they have done. But when you truly realize your fault, your mistake, or maybe your own not knowing better, because sometimes we do things because we really genuinely didn't know better in the moment. We didn't had better beliefs, we didn't had better understanding, or we were operating from not right mindset. So we may do some things that we regret later, but regret does not serve us. Do you see that regret truly doesn't serve us? It can make us aware, like, okay, I did this thing that I am not proud of, or it created certain consequences, and I can learn from it, and I want to do better moving forward in my life. I want to do better moving forward in my relationship. I want to do better moving forward with my finances and all of those things. But sitting in that regret and letting it consume you completely is not healthy. So you have to set this boundary with yourself and be able to tell yourself that, hey, it's very hard for me to forgive myself, but I'm still choosing to forgive myself. I am not going to beat myself up for this mistake that I made earlier. Again, I'm not gonna beat myself up. Yes, I did made a mistake, and I did, and that is not me. I do not identify myself as that person who made that mistake. I have compassion for my old self, and I can learn what I can do better. You gotta treat yourself, and when you are speaking to yourself like that, there is that deep unworthiness, like you do not deserve that kind of love, gentleness, compassion that is gonna kick in, and so you're gonna feel bad about even being kinder to yourself, even being gentler to yourself. But still do that, even if it feels uncomfortable. Still choose to forgive yourself, still choose to choose to, like, I don't know how to say it, so I'm trying to form a sentence about what I wanted to say. But, like, even if it is uncomfortable, choose to forgive yourself. Even if it is uncomfortable, choose to relate to yourself in a loving manner, not in like, okay, you know what, I'm a bad person, I'm this, I'm that, no, I made so many mistakes, I'm so, and this kind of attitude will push you towards addictions, actually beating yourself up, or some kind of bad habit that will ruin your health or things like that. So don't do that. Even if it feels uncomfortable, forgive yourself. Even if it feels uncomfortable, be gentler with yourself. Choose to, you know, look at yourself lovingly. When my mother was passing, I really, I had this regret that I couldn't visit her. I couldn't, and I didn't, and um, she just, like, I wish I could have went and been with her, and that regret, it's so deep, and I have still chosen to forgive myself. And it required a lot of courage, lot of inner strength. I didn't want it to sit in that regret and let it consume me so much that I abandoned myself. It's very tough and emotional. To be human, it is to, you're gonna, these hard moments wherein you will find it hard to forgive yourself, hard to be kind to yourself. And in those moments, especially in those moments, you have to be kinder and gentler with yourself. Yeah, I'll see you in another video. Link of everything is in my bio. My journaling course, my one-on-one session, my 3 months of mentorship, my ebook, my link to send me donations and tips. Yeah. By the way, my mommy from the heaven, she keep guiding me. She keeps speaking to me. And it's her, her spirit, the way her spirit has been nurturing me. I remember I was going to sleep and I was being very harsh with myself, and her spirit came to me and told me, "You are my daughter, and nobody will be unkind to my daughter, not even you." And she was telling that inner voice that was, being very harsh with me. So, not even my inner demons can be unkind to me, because that's how powerfully my mother is protecting me. Just love my mommy. Just love her. I wanna clap for my mother. She is amazing. She deserves a huge round of applause. Clap for my mother, okay? Give her a huge round of applause.